And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentleman of Crypto, episode 833. Today is Tuesday, November 9th, 2021, and I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay. We're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today's top stories: Ethereum Name Service's new token already has a fully diluted cap of $3.1 billion. Brave to integrate with Solana blockchain on his privacy-enabled browser. Raoul Paul expect to path the most pain around December. And last but not least, U.S. officials seized $6.1 million in crypto from ransomware actors and add Chatex to sanctions list. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So looking at our prices for today, Bitcoin, new all-time high, passing 67,000 at $67,842, up 3.3%. Ethereum at $4,801, up 1.2%. Binance coin at $649, up 0.3%. Cardano at $2.29, up 12.3% today. Solana at $244, down 0.4%. XRP at $125 is down 0.55% today. Polkadot sitting at around $52 is down 2.2%. Dogecoin coming in at number 9 is 27 cents, down 1.5% today. And of course, the great Shiba Inu rounding out that top 10 at 0.00005 cent, down 1.8% today. So a lot of people are calling for alt season. Every time Bitcoin has a good pump, if that liquidity leaves, it usually goes into alts, and that's more FOMO for those projects. So looking good for people who have held through the fire.
What's going on? Michael Kennedy, Wendy Nichols, Dallas Pipes, Ali Pio, Leroy, J. Walker, Tremaine, Von Peters, Ross Shu, Kadeem, DC, Layla, welcome to the live finally, for sure. Pat Stacks, Sylvester, JC, Old Country Boy, new subscribers, going on, Old Country Boy. Timothy Grigsby, Rendo like Denzel, good morning, everybody. Go ahead, log in and getting those notifications. Top story of the day is Ethereum Name Service. That's right, Ethereum Name Service's new token has already has a fully diluted cap of 3.1 billion. That's right. Airdrop just happened the other day. And another way to show the United States government and regulators worldwide that they cannot control this market, because every time you come up with something, we can just airdrop you more tokens. And then what are they going to say? Do they tax the airdrops? Do they, are the people airdropping coins, are they bankers? Are they brokers? What does the tax code have to do? Like, it's airdrops. What if you don't check the wallet? What if you forget to check the wallet? So many things going on with airdrops, an entire new part of the market that the government hasn't even started to really talk about. But Ethereum Name Services, freshly airdrop governance token ENS is the talk of the town on Tuesday, of course. This is something we've actually talked about as well. I cannot remember off the top of my head. We mentioned in the masterclass. I know I did mention Sean Adams from Bankless in the masterclass in his newsletter. It's something I know he's been pushing out to that newsletter. It's a free newsletter. If you get it, you should already saw it. But he's been pushing out Ethereum Name Service for the longest because he loves Ethereum. He's on that foundation. And after seeing so many of his newsletters and emails, I know I jumped on a couple of these. I know Bitcoin Zay jumped on a few, but it looks like the Ethereum Name Service launched its governance token ENS on Monday, which will be used to further the decentralization of the popular domain service for Ethereum wallets. Now, again, this is going along with that unstoppable domains that they plan, or they have already launched and plan on taking over the internet. But again, this announcement on Mirror from the Ethereum Name Service states that the ENS token will be used to vote on a proposed constitution and governance protocol parameters, though it will be interesting to see if that token is actually used for that in this proper sense, i.e. if the community says they want to go left and Vitalik and the foundation says right, will everyone go left or right? But looks like the first issues holders can vote on in the new ENS Decentralized Autonomous Organization DAO are the price oracle and how to allocate existing and future community treasury funds. What else is going on with this airdrop from ENS?
Oh, yeah. So anybody who has an Ethereum wallet, if you created an ENS domain in the past, you're eligible to claim ENS tokens from the site until May 4th, 2022. The unclaimed tokens will be in the DAO treasury, and an ENS domain maps easy to read names. If you don't know, it's just .eth at the end. 1/4 of the entire supply was made available to those domain holders. So what we have here is you basically have the crypto community, people getting rewarded for investing in projects with airdrops, which again how he didn't put that in his list. How he could have never, nobody could have predicted that airdrops would come. They couldn't even predict digital currency. So again, this is something that I believe will happen more often as people invest in a company or invest in a project. They create a DAO, airdrop it to everybody, and that is how they'll get engagement and keep people to hold for long term. So good for them. And right now they have a market cap of $235 million and a fully diluted valuation of $3.16 billion. And if you look at some of these cryptocurrencies less as a crypto or as money, if you look at them more as a company, this would be their cap table. And a $3 billion cap table from an Ethereum project is pretty good, or for any project. So this is nothing really to sniff at, because as more people realize how this works and how hard it is to regulate airdrops, I think we'll see this more. But again, yeah, you're right. I don't know how they'll regulate airdrops. People just airdrop from any wallet they want to, any token they want, over and over. It'll never be stopped. So I think the average was about $2,800 for each person from people on Twitter. So that's not bad at all.
Is that per, how are people receiving it? Was it per Ethereum address, or how is that working?
If you have a .Ethereum address, you go to the website and you claim them up until May 4th, 2022. I believe you had to have the .Ethereum address before October 31st.
Right, they definitely already did the snapshot, but I mean, for the $2,800, how were people deciding who made what and how they got it?
Oh, the airdrop that they gave them based on the value of the tokens. So when they received it, the tokens that they received, ENS, at the price they were, the number that it was, people were saying it was around 25 to 2,800.
There it is, folks, 25 to 2,800 per airdrop. I'm over here as I'm talking, trying to log on to this MetaMask. Now I'm gonna have to flip it over, but I'm like, let's see what this airdrop is hitting for this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Might give myself a new little Hyundai or something. Who knows? All right, but yeah, that's always good news to see. And again, this is the reward that we talk about from jumping on these new projects, because just as much as this airdrop is great to see, I mean, hey, it's one of those things where if Ethereum, people stop using it tomorrow, then the airdrop won't be worth today, right? Worth anything today. But I don't see that happening. I think ENS, Ethereum Name Service, Unstoppable Domains, they will have a place in cryptocurrency just off the strength of people that are on the Ethereum network. Now, what you need to look out for is Solana, Cardano, all those Ethereum competitors and killers. If they ever come out with a name service, you already know what's going to happen next, right?
Hey,
Solana,
they already did. Solana. .sol just got started not too long ago.
Well, there it is. So, hey, go ahead and grab a couple of names, especially if they're super cheap. I know Solana should be a little cheaper than doing it straight on Ethereum. So if it is a little bit cheaper, it might be worth grabbing something. You never know. By this time next year, they might be doing a Solana SNS drop, I guess. Who knows? The SNS token drop. We'll see. Let's see. Rendo, like Denzel said, Jose, saw your super chat on Fresh and Fit. You guys should definitely get on the show. You did a super chat on Fresh and Fit.
Oh, yes. It's called Guerrilla Marketing. People did a super chat on there. Just tell them your name. Now they remember it. And a bunch of people commented on it. And a lot of the book sales came after that, too. But yeah, definitely will be a great show. But again, that's just, I watch everybody. So I'm lurking. Just know that I watch everything.
Mr. Gamble the Prince, I have a question. I took 30K USDT loan from Aave to pay off credit cards. Do I need to sell all of my USDT to USD from the loan and put it in my bank all at once? No, you have a TVL, which is your total value, the loan ratio, basically loan ratio. As long as that remains, I think at about 80%, you're still pretty good. So no, you do not need to repay that entire loan at the same time. That's the good thing about using you're collateralizing your assets for loans, because you don't have to pay them back all at once. You can do it on your own. So if you're using Aave to do it, you can pay it back slowly as long as your health factor remains normal and the prices with Tether, it shouldn't happen. Since the stablecoin prices aren't dipping or swinging too wildly. You should be fine on that to pay it back as you go, because that collateralized asset isn't going anywhere. That platform, as of now, the way it looks, isn't going anywhere. So no, you don't have to like put it all in your bank and pay it back all at one time like a regular loan would. And even better, those variable rates are even lower than a regular loan would be too. So it's better that you're doing it on Aave for sure. Shout out to you. All right, Brave is in the news. Speaking of Solana, Brave to integrate Solana blockchain on its privacy-enabled browser. That's right, more than 42 million Brave users will soon be able to access Solana dApps within Brave. Big news story here. What exactly is going on with this partnership?
Oh yeah, so good old Brave browser, which we've used ourselves. We've shown other people how to use it. But now more than 42 million Brave users will soon be able to access Solana dApps within Brave. And Solana's Breakpoint conference in Portugal, the executives announced that the Brave browser will integrate with Solana and feature their decentralized applications. They will also promote the adoption of their BAT token, which is the native currency of Brave browser. And again, you sell on the news, which is why I think Solana's pump has been happening this last month and a half. Whoever may have seen this coming or may have anticipated something big, they were right. However, you don't want to FOMO into it just because of the news. Oftentimes, that's when a lot of selling happens. But shout out to Brave, shout out to the partnership with Solana, and I think this is just the beginning because CEO of Solana Labs added for billions of people. The mobile web will be their gateway to Web3. Deep integration with browsers is key to helping dApps build the best web experiences. Brave's announcement of Solana Wallet support across all versions of their browsers is an important step to onboard the next billion users to Solana. So, hey man, he's looking at 1 billion users. Sam Bankman-Fried supports it. It's on FTX. Again, like I said, Solana is looking like it's trying to catch up and then flipping Ethereum.
That's crazy. You think they can do it next year?
I think they can do it in 6 months.
Stop it.
Honestly,
Solana can catch and flip Ethereum in 6 months.
Yes. The reason why, if they release Ethereum 2.0 and it's a failure, it's over. And it's supposed to be out in June. So not 6 months, but June. So if Ethereum 2.0 comes out and it's a failure and it doesn't have the scaling they think, Solana's got a lot of big Chinese and other billionaires behind it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, even the flip side of it, even if they do come out and it's wildly successful, the price, while the flipping might not happen, the price will still pump just off the news of it's wildly successful. And it kind of makes sense too. The good news is if everything Ethereum does is wildly successful, you better believe Solana is going to have a developer in the next 5 minutes telling them exactly how they did it. Hey, X, Y, Z, we didn't know it was possible either. One developer just created, but we taking it. Hey, everything is an open source, but this is a part of open source. A lot of stuff is out there for other developers just to copy and paste that code. So I think regardless, it would be a good pump if Ethereum continues. Like I said, if it does well, it'll take off just off the strength of Ethereum killers. Ethereum's doing well. These are news. If it doesn't do well, like you said, it could all the way go over to Solana. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's see, seeing some different comments about, I'm trying to look for it, about swapping. Look for Ali Pio's comment. He mentioned, I think it was OK Coin, saying that, Ali Pio, OK Coin is a bit confusing. I can't link a bank account. Can I deposit Bitcoin, then trade it for MIA? I have to do a market buy order, right? So yes, you normally would. The only thing I would say is make sure you check the terms of service and only put like a little bit of Bitcoin there first and withdraw it to make sure you can actually do it. I haven't used OK Coin in forever. Places like OK Coin, KuCoin, who else? It's like it's one or two more. OK Coin, KuCoin, and one or two more I can't think of off the top of my head. But a lot of them keep changing up their terms of services sometimes, especially it's doing intentionally for international investors. They're trying to play with the regulatory environment as well, trying to figure out the best way for them to make money and move forward as well, while servicing customers worldwide who want them. So yeah, most of them won't let you link a bank account unless you have a passport from a country that they are allowed to interact with. And you can't link a bank account, but they still allow you to trade Bitcoin. Again, just do a little bit at a time because they might hit you with a withdrawal thing to say, hey, we still need your passport to withdraw all this Bitcoin and crypto you made on our platform. So make sure you check that out and be careful with that. Yeah. Oh man, Aaron. Yeah, it ain't Friday, but at Jams Jetson, what's going on with Hex?
Jams, what up? Yeah, what is going on with Hex? What is it?
I won't say 80, but that's 60% dip. He said it happened. It happened.
Oh man, get some weekends, some lettuce hands over there.
What's going on? Got to know what's going on there. All right, Raul Paul, expect the path of most pain around December. Paul says that the upcoming release of Ethereum 2.0 and an Ethereum ETF will extend the crypto market cycle. What is Paul saying here? Paul, I can't never say his name.
Well, I think what he's is basically saying here is that during a bull run, usually in December, that's where you see max pain. And max pain for the bull markets before has been blowing through bears. who think that they can stop at 70, 80, 90, 100K and maybe blowing them out the water. Or max pain to me would be us going close to 100K by the end of the month, everybody getting euphoric and FOMOing in, and then all these new people showing up and then dropping 30% in one day and literally clearing everybody out the first couple of weeks of December. That would probably be max pain. You clear out the bears, you clear out the bulls, and then from there, people who've been in the market would basically be able to operate. So that would seem like what max pain is. And Raoul Pal, he's definitely one of the most bullish people on Ethereum. And it's funny, his reason for it is because Bitcoin people weren't nice to him. I don't know, get over it. But at this point, I think he's seeing the same.
They're not nice to us, and we do this every day for free.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like his interview was so soft. I was like, no, what are you talking about? He was like, the Ethereum community seems more accepting. I was like, so, like, who cares?
The altcoin communities are generally more accepting, I feel like.
Yeah, you're real humble when you're not great. So for Raoul Pal, I see where he's going with that because it's happened every bull market. The max pain is what the insiders and market makers do so they can get the maximum amount of money. Don't get caught in the chop and don't think you're going to get rich overnight. So I can promise you there is some big movements coming as we pass this all-time high.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, it's interesting to see that's not only his feedback. That's been a lot of people's feedback sometimes when they come talk about the different communities. Don't forget, people, the communities are made up of people. So it's not that the community itself sucks. Some of the people in the community suck. But that goes with anything. Let's see. Vibin say I grabbed a bag of Miami coin too. There we go. That's right. We haven't got your Miami coin already. Let's see. William Justice. He's more impressed with himself than I am with him. Hilarious. Level 99 slacker. So swap as to a stable coin a week before December. Could go right. Could go wrong. Right. Let's see. Trex said dirty Ethereum secrets. They are the API to pay to have closed. I'm not sure exactly what that meant there, but I got to check that out. Let's see. All right. Other news, last but not least today, U.S. officials seized $6.1 million in crypto from ransomware actors and add Chatex to sanctions list. Now, again, the sanctions list, got to read about what Chatex did or whatever, and I'm sure it's for a good reason. But this is the power of Bitcoin. Like this whole sanctioning people and financially excluding companies, organizations, and people from society it's not going to work the same way unless they do go full on. This is going to be a Fed coin, and if you don't use Fed coin, it's illegal. And if you don't use this Fed coin wallet, then it's super illegal. Unless we start going down that route, I don't see how you're going to financially sanction people in this market. Now, the United States Treasury has already came out and said, hey, sanctions are one of the most powerful tools the United States has to get business done, which means we have to figure out a different way to do business moving forward. Because I'm telling you, if this is the route we're going to go, it's not going to make sense. But let's talk about the seizure first. This will not be the last time. The U.S. government will continue to aggressively pursue the entire ransomware ecosystem and increase our nation's resilience to cyber threats, said Attorney General Merrick Garland. So
that's cap. That's all cap.
Hey, listen, a couple hand clap, because if that's what the game plan is, I hope you do it. Because no one wants ransomware. No one wants ransomware at all. No
one wants ransomware.
What?
Somebody wants ransomware. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody does. Well,
and it's the first sentence of that paragraph. It's just they don't want other ransomware.
Go ahead. What's going on with it?
Oh yeah. So ransomware is objective, because when you say it, it's as if criminals are doing it. However, there are dark web people who commission ransomware on things for different governments against the US. So there are people who want ransomware. And the thing is, when you can use ransomware to get into, let's say, for example, Experian, or you can use it to hack into a database with a lot of information, yes, there are people that actually want ransomware. But in America, I don't think what their fight against is actually going to solve anything. This is a good win. Like I said earlier with King, this is like, we're going to stop crime. And then they got like 3 bags of weed and 1 gun on the table. It's like, thanks. That didn't really stop anything. But I get it. If that's what they're trying to do, if they want to make it seem like that, this seems like we're doing this for your security type thing. But there are people who really want ransomware. I don't. Most people don't. But there's a reason why it's $1 billion industry.
Right. And more specifically, retail investors then. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody invested wants ransomware, but
right. I will say though, again, I do have to go back to the seizure in general. So again, this won't be the last seizure, as the AG just said. This isn't the first seizure, but what I do want to talk about is like just everything that's not making sense about these seizures. First and foremost, you see $6.1 million in cryptocurrency. So far, what history has shown is the United States is going to auction it off. Again, I will urge the United States government to not auction it off. No one is asking you to auction off seized crypto. Instead, I say keep it. Keep it in a wallet where everyone can see it. Keep it in Bitcoin, in a Bitcoin wallet where everyone can see it. And just decide not to tax people or something for you. Like, hey, we're going to take off 0.25 taxes this year, okay? Because we seized all this crypto in January. That was, or excuse me, in November, that was worth 6 million. Here we are in March of 2022, and it's worth 12 million. Like, I just hope they actually sit on this money. And what's also crazy is that at the same time, they're actually seizing $6.1 million. The State Department announced it will be offering a $10 million reward for information leading to the location of anyone in a key leadership position. And this, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this, the Sodinoki BR Evil ransomware group, in addition, will offer a $5 million reward leading to the arrest or conviction of anyone attempting to initiate a major ransomware attack. Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm kind of with this. I agree, because ransomware attacks is, like you said, earning billions of dollars, but also is like the bang for the buck. If you're only getting $6.1 million of crypto in seizures, offering $10 million rewards isn't really adding up to me, because you're saying we're doing all this, you're giving away $4 million and what we're pulling in. What's happening here? This is what's going on here with the good old US of A.
No, man, it's worse than the bounty for Monero.
Right? During a press conference on Monday, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland said the Justice Department had indicted, indicted Basinski, Basinski in August for his alleged role in hacking personal computers, as well as conspiring to commit money laundering. Whenever, I hate to say this, whenever I see conspiring from the United States, I just stop believing it now. By demanding payment for the ransomware attacks. According to Attorney General, Polish authorities arrested V in October, and he's awaiting extradition to the U.S. In addition, the Justice Department announced a similar indictment against Polyanin, having seized $6.1 million in crypto from 3,000 ransomware attacks for which he was allegedly responsible. If we only got $6.1 million from 3,000 ransomware attacks, there's a lot of money missing. I'm just going to throw that out there. But again, good news that they're actually making these seizures. They're stopping the ransomware, at least the ones that they want to stop, as you said. Now it's about what will they do with this seized cryptocurrency. Will the United States keep it and do the right thing? Or will they sell it back to billionaires? Find out the next time on Corrupt Nations 2022. Hey, Aaron, thanks for the tip. And we'll answer that in a second.
Oh, yeah. And what is going on with the likes? Man, I didn't even notice earlier. This is trash. Oh man. We ain't even close, bro. Yeah,
I got a new thing I do. When the likes are super low, I just wake up in the morning, I'll just go back to sleep. So that's the new job. And so far, they've been pretty good by the next day. So I'm not giving it too hard of a time. But yeah, make sure you smash those likes, folks. Aaron said, thoughts on the effects of Taproot on the value of Litecoin?
Well, Taproot's being updated on Bitcoin in about 9 days, I think. As Bitcoin grows, everything else does. So if Taproot is the initiator for Bitcoin's growth, everything in the market is going to go up. That's the reason why we talk about sticking with Bitcoin. Everybody needs Bitcoin to win for them to win. So you might as well go ahead and get with the big dog. But I think Litecoin would do just as well. I think it was up 13% at some point yesterday. Litecoin would do just fine. Has a strong community. It's been a long term. You can make some fiat from it, definitely.
Jam said, what's going on, Jam? Don't centralize exchanges block the sale of crypto associated to illicit activity. If you bought auction crypto, how do you off-ramp? I'm sure if you do it from the United States, shit. Honestly, if you buy it from the I would say they probably just give you cash, but I know they did give Don, or it was Draper. They did give Draper his crypto back. So I'm not sure how it works getting it from the United States, but I'm sure, the exchanges are working with the government. So they definitely work with those exchanges with them. So yeah, they're probably with that. Let's see. Okay, I see Trek answering some questions. Thank you, David, for like much appreciated. Hood Mistress Reloaded, like that name was going on. Let's see. Last couple of quick comments here. Real talk. Thanks for the tip. Are Stacks developers making the most progress in development community and advancing Bitcoin? If not, which dev team is? Thanks.
Yeah, it's probably Stacks. Definitely. Because at this point, they're building DeFi on Bitcoin. It's the only project of its kind right now where you can actually issue other coins to spend them, and then you can save Bitcoin at the same time, all for mining it. So it's definitely the most interesting project in Bitcoin, it seems like right now. They just haven't gone as far as they will.
All right, there it is. Let's see. I'm looking at the last couple of quick comments. Think I see too many. So again, make sure you smash that like and share. I will say, listen, this has probably been, okay, I'll give it to Jams because Jams answered it, but Jams excluded. This has been the first time we have done a Hexagon bird call and no one has showed up. People, this is what we tell you. You talking about these, wasn't the Hex community? And again, when I say community, I'm only talking about 8 of their assholes, not like the entire community. There's only 8 of them that's like real assholes. But 8 of the assholes from that community did all this stuff, made songs and videos and all in the video. And that's why we don't trip. We keep saying this isn't the first and last project we've seen. Now, this is what the haters, oh man, let's, you know what, we got this last couple minutes. Let's go in real quick.
Let's do it.
First, this community, because this is what's pissing me off right now. And this is what all these people that I don't even know in real, you know, I've never met online or don't know in real life come out to woodworks telling us we're doing our jobs wrong. I got to pick on Hex for this because Hex was telling y'all it was the best performing asset of 2020, 2021. Isn't that what it said, Bitcoin said?
I believe that's what it said.
That's what they said. And what did we say? For one, you all are judging off the tops. You're judging off of if you buy at the very low, and you sell at the top like a genius, and you're out and you're back into Bitcoin, whatever else. That does not happen in this market. The timing, like most of you don't do this full time, people. You're not up at 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. with us doing this full time. You don't do it full time. That's all we're trying to tell. We're not saying don't get into Shiba. We're not saying don't get into Doge or Hex or any of these projects or even these sponsored posts. Do your own research and you figure out if it's the right project or not. And Axion was a fork of Hex. So that in itself down there kill a project if it had enough community members. But I say all that to say, when we ask you about the price of these altcoins to Bitcoin pairing, this is what we're talking about. Hex just went from 40 cents to 18 or 17 cents, while Bitcoin's at $67,000, $68,000. It outperformed it in a matter of 3 weeks, and you just lost all your Bitcoin trying to play around in the altcoin casino. So again, shout out to Gems. Yeah. This is not directed at Gems, this is directed at everyone on Twitter who's getting mad at other communities for not aping into their altcoin. This is why you don't ape into an altcoin. It's an altcoin, alternative, alter. Like it's not the main one. Like,
y'all actually sound like digital panhandlers, to be honest. Please join my community. Please give me some of your money for this coin. I mean, I don't understand it. But again, it's fun to me because I like to see new people come in, tell us they know more than us, then learn, and then they come back and they're the hardest Bitcoin maxi or Bitcoin people ever. It's just like you can start early if you wanted to, but some people got to learn just like kids. So it is what it is.
All right, Lance said Hex for the win. Stop it. Here they go. We brought them out again.
There we go.
Come on out. Listen, folks, I'm not saying Hex cannot still win. I'm not saying they can't. I mean, Richard actually explained this very well. I think he actually even said, some of you called out. He said Bitcoin would go back to 10K before Hex, whatever, right? And technically it went to 8K on one exchange, right? But here's the point, people. It is just a casino play. Just know that. That's all we're saying about all these altcoins. It's a casino play. Usually, like look at 3 to 4 years. Don't just look at, this 6-month period or this 8-month period. It's like, okay, well, you had a cycle. Look at 3 to 4 years at most of these altcoins and say, is this outperforming Bitcoin? Like, yes or no. Or if you're not into Bitcoin, then it doesn't matter, right? If you just like, hey, it outperformed United States dollars, then hey, we're all still winning. Hey, it doesn't matter. That's the real bad guy, that dirty fiat currency. So we're not mad at you either. But again, we just had to point that out because you're not going to get quiet now. You're not going to get quiet when that price is down 60% for a good week or two and not think nothing's going to be said after we've allowed the shilling to happen. We got to come back and say something, folks. Hex, I think it's fair to say, again, you all can still, I think you all can still come back. I mean, the community's great, all that good stuff. I definitely will retest the high. The question is, will it retest the high before or after Bitcoin hits 70K? That is the thing to think about right there, because I think it was testing this high when Bitcoin's like at 30 something K, 30, maybe 40. Yeah, so I don't know, folks. All we have to say is this is why we give these altcoins such a hard time, because it just, I mean, just read the charts. Read the charts.
I only got one thing to say about Hex. This bitch got me paying the rent, paying for trips.
We still here.
You done lost all the trips and the vacation, buddy, in Hex, if you'd have kept it in there. But yeah, I want to throw this out there, King, real quick, hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses, you just froze.
Let's Robinhood. Anybody still on Robinhood? Robinhood's down.
Hot off the presses, Robinhood is down.
Users are unable to transfer money out. So again, if you need a reminder, no keys, no cheese, stay the fuck off Robinhood, unless you want to be another person, just like the AMC people, just like the ones before. Their trading engine goes again, like we said before. This is just to me, this is the prelude to a pump, because all of a sudden now people can't withdraw and prices are going up. If Coinbase goes down, then yeah, that means we really have a bull market coming.
Couple things. For one, people, this is what we say: wake up Tuesday morning, whole life change. Robinhood's down, Hex is dipped 60%, Bitcoin is pumping. But hey, you keep doing you. Keep using those centralized exchanges and going to altcoins. But what I will say is, yeah, so Alex said Hex is actually down 75% against Bitcoin. I haven't checked that out, but Alec, you know what he's talking about, so I'm gonna say that's correct right now. I will verify later. But this is what I will say: if it is down 75% to Bitcoin, it's down 60% since its last all-time high a few weeks ago. This is actually the time to buy, not just Hex. Any altcoin right now that has not got some of this gracious pump in the last few weeks, this is actually the time to buy. This is the time you could see it go from 16, 17, 18 cent back to down 30 cent in a matter of a few days or whatever. But that's, of course, if we see this Bitcoin market kind of start to wear off. In a way, Paul said, it might not be happening for a while, but that's crazy to see with that Robinhood today. I mean, you got Robinhood going crazy, altcoins going crazy, the markets are rational. It's madness today.
Hey, somebody said Robinhood had a data breach. This is what I'm gonna say about data breaches. If somebody's worked in IT, somebody can attack you and data breach, which is extremely hard, or you could do like Silk Sonic and leave the door open and somebody could do it to you, and now all of a sudden they can't trade. And I'm just saying, more companies than not, that's probably what's happening.
You know what? That just actually scared me just now. That I got to look into. The crypto chief said Richard Hart had a data breach. Can somebody verify this, Jams? Let us know what's going on with this data breach.
Because no, Robinhood.
Oh, Robinhood. I thought that was Richard Hart, bro. I had sell. Hey,
I believe the door open.
The House of Cards.
And I left the door open.
My fault, everybody. My fault. That's Robinhood had a data breach. All right. Yeah, they had a data breach. It's called, hey, you want to get some free money without paying taxes? Say we had a data breach.
Exactly. Leave the door open. Let the data breach happen, and now our traders can't trade. We don't know what happened.
What really frustrates about me, it's not just this market. So I'm not going to be mad about it, which frustrates me about this market. It frustrates me about life. There are so many sheep out there. You guys aren't seeing the financial incentives behind 99.8% of things that happen on this planet, including the virus. I know the virus, whatever, is the pandemic. It was billions of dollars at stake. You tell me nothing, everything was just on the up and up. There's multi-billion dollars at stake and everything's on the up and up. People, there's some people in bad neighborhoods that will kill you for $200. All right. I'm trying to tell you, when you get multi-millions and billions of dollars at stake, it isn't what it seems. Now, again, if I was on CNN or Fox, whoever, the first thing one of these interviewers say was, "Where's your proof?" I don't have it. I'm sorry. I don't got the proof. What I can tell you is that 3 is a trend, and this like.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is when they got Big Bird pushing shit out, it's over.
Listen, you don't hit an all-time high of an asset, and then all of a sudden for the second or third time your platform goes down. People, it only happens when the price is booming. But you mean to tell me it's a mistake, it's a breach, there's no foul play? Like, hey, you know what? I hope you all keep that same energy and keep believing that when Bitcoin Zay and I really get in full stride. Because some of y'all already hating on this little mini level about some ads. Nah, keep that same energy when we full stride. I'm like, nah, y'all believe whatever we feed to you, right? Let's feed them something. Xavier Hill exactly said billions. We're talking trillions for the cure. My point exactly, people.
Yeah.
Follow the money, follow the money, follow the money. And after you follow the money, make sure you smash that like and share, and go ahead and buy that digital assets masterclass from us if you haven't already, because I'm telling you now, somebody at the beginning of the show just talking about staking the USDT to get that collateralized loan, which they paid off credit card bills with. Honestly, I just paid off some bills. I should have staked some more. I should have collateralized some more stuff. So that is the way to do it. But for those who have been collateralizing Ethereum, like the masterclass came out in July, Ethereum's at $1,900. If you've been collateralizing Ethereum since then, whatever you put up, let's say you put $10,000 up, you essentially had another $10,000 airdrop when you paid that loan off. So you essentially got 20K at a minimum for 10K. You got 2 for every one you put in on a loan. So that's crazy right there. You'll never see that in a traditional market. And on that, we'll end the show. You got anything, Bitcoin Zay?
Nothing from me. Make sure you get that masterclass, and definitely make sure you smash that like button. Appreciate you all.
All right, smash that like and share. Thanks for